All right, learners, let's do it. Let's read about the chameleon. We are looking for the structures, that's the part of the body, and the function. And the big idea is that even though an animal like a chameleon looks like it's just one animal, it has lots of body parts that make it work the way it works. So here's our story today. What if you had animal eyes? Check out the picture. I love it. Chameleon eyes might be one of my favorites. A chameleon's eyes stick out like twin telescopes. These cone-shaped bumps are actually fused together. They're eyelids that are open just enough to peek through. This limits the chameleon's view, but these eyes can do something tricky. Each eye moves separately. That way the chameleon can look for prey such as crickets in two directions at once. Fact, when a chameleon spots prey, it focuses both eyes on it. That way it doesn't miss catching a meal. So what would you do with chameleon eyes that can look at two places at once? Try doing it now. Can you do it? Can you really look at two places at once? Maybe you're part chameleon. I don't know. If you had chameleon eyes, you could look around the toy store fast to find exactly what you want. Ooh, that would be a special treat. All right, for that first one, you don't need to fill in the blank. Miss Bush filled it in for you on the worksheet packet just to help you get started. But you can see I filled in that the structure is eyes stick out like telescopes and the function is eyes can move separately. Next up is the golden eagle. Miss Bush filled in the structure, laser sharp vision, 8 times better than people. You listen for the function. What do you think? Why would a golden eagle need that? And friends, did you know only once in my life have I seen a golden eagle in the wild? It was a really special day in Duluth, Minnesota on Park Point. Here we go, golden eagle. A golden eagle has laser sharp vision. This bird can see up to 8 times better than most people. It can also spot its prey up to 2 miles away. In a flash, the golden eagle can shift its eyes from focusing on something far away to something up close. This is perfect for keeping an eagle eye on and catching a fast hopping rabbit. Fact, a golden eagle's eyes have a third eyelid that sweeps across the eye like a windshield wiper, keeping them clean. That's pretty cool. Do you know frogs have like clear eyelids that work as goggles? All right, if you had golden eagle eyes, you could sit up high in the stadium and still see the football game. So let's think, what's the function of these really good eyes besides being super cool? What do we do? Well, right here you are filling in this answer. You need to type an answer. Let's think. If you already have an idea, hit pause and start writing your own ideas. If you don't have an idea, keep listening here. Let's see, what do the stories say? It can focus on something and it's perfect for catching a fast rabbit. So I'm going to write for catching a fast rabbit. Now, you don't have to write exactly that. You could just say for catching prey. Or you could have said for hunting. All of those would be good answers. You only need to write one. Right now, hit pause on this video until you are done writing this on your worksheet. When you're ready, hit play. Okay, next up is a dragonfly. I wonder how dragonfly eyes are different than chameleon and golden eagle. Already we've learned that they're really different than our human eyes. All right, dragonfly. Ooh, what's that reporter doing? Here, I can make it big so you see the pictures. A dragonfly's eyes are huge. They have to be because each dragonfly eye has up to 30,000 tiny lenses. A human eye only has one. Scientists aren't sure how a dragonfly's brain creates images from all of those lenses, but they do believe having so many lenses lets the dragonfly spot movement fast. That's how a dragonfly can see a flying mosquito in time to catch it. That's right, dragonflies catch mosquitoes while flying in the air. In fact, a dragonfly has 3 small extra eyes that help guide its flight path by sensing bright light and shadows. Oh my gosh, check it out in the picture. Those are the extra eyes where the arrows point. All right, fun fact. If you had dragonfly eyes, you would be a star reporter because you'd never miss any of the action. All right, we need a structure and a function for our dragonfly. What do you guys think? What could it be? Let me switch over so you can see the worksheet. Oh, Miss Bush filled in the function. So the job is to let the dragonfly spot movement fast. So what's the structure that lets the dragonfly do that? If you already know the answer, you can hit pause and fill it in on your own and then wait to see what Miss Bush writes. Go ahead. Okay, if you want to stay on, I'm going to write, let's see, they had many lenses. How many? Oh yeah, 30,000 lenses. That was crazy. 30,000 lenses, right? In one eye. That is wild. And they have 3 extra eyes. Those are 2 amazing structures. All right, those are amazing structures all for the eyes. If you don't have that written down yet, hit pause until you're done writing and then hit play again. Really, hit pause. You can do it. Okay, if you're still watching, you better have all of this filled in so far. I know, I want you to get it done. And I want you to think about some cool animal parts. Like when you make your animal, what kind of eyes are you going to do? I think my favorite one is still coming. This is a clouded leopard. A clouded leopard's eyes have a special mirror-like layer at the back. Oh, that sounds like a fancy structure. A mirror-like layer at the back. This layer reflects light back through the retina, the part of the eye packed with light-sensing cells. This helps the clouded leopard see well in the dim light at nighttime. That mirror-like layer is also what makes the clouded leopard's eyes seem to glow. Fact: the clouded leopard has slit-shaped pupils, openings where the light enters the eye. These can expand about 100 times to let more light in. A human's round pupils only expand about 10 times. I don't know if you can see in the picture, but the big picture, the pupils, the black part of the eye, is really small. And then the little picture, they're way bigger. All right, what would you do with leopard eyes? Let's see what these kids would do. If you had clouded leopard eyes, you'd never be surprised in a dark, haunted house. Never being surprised in the dark would be a good trick. All right, let's check that worksheet. Here we go, friends. Over to the worksheet. Clouded leopard. Miss Bush did not fill in either one, but if you think you already know, hit pause and go for it on your own. And if you like Miss Bush's help, that's awesome. That's why I'm helping. So what did we read about those eyes? I'm going to get the words right from the book. Special mirror-like layer. There's a fancy science word. I believe the correct spelling is tapetum. I better look up the spelling now. But it's, I bet I spelled it wrong. We will find out. It is a special mirror-like layer. And what does it do? It reflects light so it can see in very dark light. I'm going to write very little light. That's more of a science way to write it. And now I'm really curious how to spell that word correctly. Oh, maybe it's T-A-P-E-T-U-M, tapetum function. Well, it is a layer of cells, but yeah, it's in an eye. Yep, this is it's T-A-P-E-T-U-M. That's the correct spelling. Miss Bush had to read really fast. Uh-oh, that's not our work, is it? Nope, wrong one. So sorry, T-A-P-E-T-U-M. And I don't know why I thought you need to know that, but sometimes I remember fun science facts like that. So I dissected an eye once in a science class, and you could see that layer. Like, it's really noticeable that that's the part that lets them see in the dark. It's a really fun thing to see. So now, if you don't have these answers filled in yet, hit pause and don't hit play until you have this. All right, friends. You need to fill in one more and try to fill it in all by yourself. You need to listen for a structure and a function. I'm going to read more of the book and you keep listening. Bullfrog eyes. What would you do with those? A bullfrog's eyes are on the top of its head. so the frog can hide underwater. If I made my animal later this week, I might do like a pom-pom and the eyeball on top of the pom-pom to make it more like a bullfrog eye. Just a thought. I'm thinking, I want to make a project too. I like model magic. All right, so the frog can hide underwater and still watch out for enemies. Oh, that's clever. It can like be floating underwater and watching. Its eyes are also wide apart. Well, that's another structure, eyes that are wide apart. That way a bullfrog can see nearly all the way around itself without turning its head. Oh, that's a function, can see all the way around. But these eyes help a bullfrog do more than just see. When a bullfrog swallows, it closes its big eyes. Gulp. Yep, its eyes sink down through openings in its skull and help push meals down its throat. Yeah, bullfrogs swallow with their eyes. In fact, a bullfrog's eyes each have a third see-through eyelid. When a bullfrog dives underwater, these eyelids slide over its eyes. The perfect built-in swim goggles. Wouldn't that be the best to have? You would never need goggles to go swimming. All right, if you had bullfrog eyes, a blink would let you swallow a big table bite. All right, that had a lot. If you wanted to write bullfrog into your worksheet, hit pause and write it down and then come back and hear the rest. Oh, I think this is Miss Bush's favorite. See if you can guess why. Yeah, four-eyed fish. These are the eyes I would pick. A four-eyed fish really only has two eyes, but each eye has two different parts. Each of these four eye parts has its own pupil. This fish keeps half of each eye underwater, looking for the insects and smaller fish it eats. It keeps the other half of each eye above the water, watching for birds and other predators that are after a fish dinner. Like that golden eagle? That golden eagle would go flying down to catch a fish. Fact, four-eyed fish usually travel in groups called schools, so there are always lots of eyes watching in every direction. If you had four-eyed fish eyes, you could read while riding your bike and never take your eyes off the road. Yep, I think I want to do just what that girl is doing, or read while I walk. That would be super fun. All right, if you want to write about reading while you walk or do other things, then hit pause and put that down for the function. Oh, this is so cool. A yellow mongoose. I don't know much about this animal. Let's find out. A yellow mongoose's eyes have rectangular pupils. So first we learned the clouded leopard has those straight up and down pupils. That's the black dot on the eye. Can you see mine? Yep, mine are circles. So this is a rectangle. That sounds a lot like a structure, a part, rectangular pupils. These give it a very wide view of the world. That means the mongoose can easily spot insects and lizards to catch and eat. It also keeps watch for hunters, such as jackals sneaking up from the far left or right. When there is danger, its special eyes also help it spot escape routes. The yellow mongoose is mainly active during the daytime when it can see best. Fact, to see farther and peek over the bushes, the yellow mongoose stands up tall on its hind feet. If you had yellow mongoose eyes, you'd always win at laser tag. All right, if you're a laser tag kid, you might pick that one. A colossal squid? What? All right, a colossal squid has the biggest eyes in the world. Each eye is as big as a soccer ball. At the back of each eye is a part that produces its own light. It's like having a built-in flashlight. They're always on and glowing brightly. This makes it easy for the colossal squid to find fish to eat, even though it lives deep down in the ocean where it's always dark. It lives so deep that sunlight doesn't get down there. Fact, scientists can't take photos of a living colossal squid because they live so deep underwater. Our closest peek is seeing their cousin, the giant squid, but their eyes can't produce light. So this is something scientists still really don't know about because they can't get their submarines and ships and cameras deep enough to study it. If you had a colossal squid's eyes, you could go on nighttime hikes without a flashlight. Oh, that would come in handy now that it's getting dark at 4:30. All right, friends.